Hey guys, so if you saw that last video, I guess you realize that it is, that I didn't get a good result, that for the third beta, my levels were down. I spoke to the nurse and she told me, that they keep going lower, and today specifically, my levels were at 25, which, for all of you who don't understand how HCG works, in order to be pregnant, 25 is pretty much like the average. So that's like the number you want in order to be pregnant, and I am at that number. So going on from here, a week from now, they're going to do another blood work, but more than likely they are just waiting. Like, they're just going to monitor my HCG levels until they go to 0. There is still a possibility that they could go up. I still feel pregnant. But from the sounds of it, it may not. So, it's disappointing. It really is. And I've gone through the day going in and out on how I feel. There are some moments where I feel like there could be still hope that maybe my HCG levels will go up, which, by the way, they requested that I stop medication. I don't completely understand why, but I feel uncomfortable doing that because I still feel pregnant, but whatever. So yeah, they asked me to stop medication. I have an appointment a week from now. I still feel pregnant. They're basically waiting to see if I miscarry. Also, like if I have any bleeding or cramping, and so far I haven't had either, so, which is kind of a good sign. I spoke to the intended parent, or parents. They're not, unfortunately, it didn't go out the way I wanted to. The intended parents asked that I give them the news, and the nurses kind of screwed it up for me and told the news to them before I could. So when they called, they already knew, and by then I just really had to explain why I hadn't said anything on the weekend, and to avoid them getting excited and then getting disappointed. So they understood, but still, it's not the easiest news, and this was kind of like the last resort for this family. So yeah, I guess in a week from now I'll record another video. Who knows what will happen, honestly. Yeah, I go from hopeful to scared. Not really scared, but I guess kind of anxious, kind of like I'm waiting to miscarry, which is not good. Yeah, so I keep flip-flopping around those two things, and yeah, I mean, I'm disappointed. I had really thought that maybe my levels would go up, but they didn't. So at the end of the day, God knows why, and I still trust in Him, and I know that I'm not in control, and so I'm okay with that. And it hurts because I really wanted this to work for the family, and I have no answers right now, and that's okay. Hey guys, so it's been a couple of days since I got my results from my third beta, which of course I have been saying that my levels have been going down. Since then, not much has changed. I have noticed that my symptoms have gone down, so the nausea isn't so much there. I still do tend to get very hungry, during the day, like all day. The tiredness, I wouldn't say that it's as heavy as before. But then again, I can't tell because I have kids, and trying to be on track with them takes a lot of energy. So when I feel tired, it doesn't feel any more than what I normally would feel. Although when I felt pregnant, the tiredness was really, really heavy. So that's the update as far as symptoms go. I still haven't had any bleeding or any funny discharge or any cramping, although the nurses did ask me about it, and I'm assuming that is kind of what they're waiting for. Oh, the other symptom that I did notice that is still kind of there is the bloating. I just ate, so you really can't tell. But anyways, whenever I've been pregnant, I bloat a lot, like big time. And yeah, so that is something that just hasn't really gone away. It's still there. So certain clothes fit me, some clothes don't. And as far as where we are in the weekday, today is Thursday, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That means I have 5 more days left until I take my 4th beta to check my HCG levels. As far as emotions go, the day that I got the phone call was the worst day that I've had in this process, obviously. The next day after the phone call, it was kind of flip-floppy. I went from super devastated to super hopeful, and just kind of going back and forth on those kind of emotions. And since that second day, I've kind of been better. I'm not trying to think about it so much. I'm trying really, 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 really hard not to analyze everything, like how I'm feeling. If like I feel a twitch, or if I feel like my belly is growing, or things like that, it's really, really hard. I'm trying not to overanalyze everything, like cramps or things like that. But it is hard because every now and then I will get like a small little cramp, and I'm like, oh no. But yeah, emotionally, I've been a little bit better, and I'm trying to keep my hopes up still. My family is pretty supportive, so right now, they are pretty hopeful with me still. I'm not really sure how the intended parents fully feel. I know that the news was disappointing, and a little bit confusing, but there was like a sliver of hope, and I don't know if they still have that hope, or if they're just kind of not trying to get their hopes up and just take the news as it is. I mean, I would assume that that's how they're feeling right now. I've been trying to keep my mind off of it and still try to take it easy. The only thing is that when I'm stressed or worried, I tend to eat and shop, and I've done both. And I haven't eaten healthy, which is not a good thing. But, well, I have here and there, but not enough. So yeah, I mean, I still have a couple of days left, and I'm going to the beach this weekend with my girls and my family, and hopefully that'll really give me a breather and let me relax and take my mind off of the worry of not being pregnant, and maybe even give me the hope that I still am. It's been, I think, about a week and a half since I've posted or have filmed a video, and since then I got the call that it was negative. I've already told the intended parents, and it's been a difficult ride. The past 2 weeks I've been battling a lot of emotions. feeling very sad about the situation, feeling guilty in some senses, like thinking, could I have done this better? Did I lack in doing this or that? So that was one thing, feeling guilty. The other thing I had been feeling was feeling like I was still pregnant. And to this day, I still feel pregnant. My belly is a little over, like it feels pooched. And usually when I'm pregnant, I'm usually pooched. But honestly, I think maybe it's because the uterus and the pills with thickening the lining and all have caused for the pooching to happen. Either way, that and some other feelings like in my body that have been making me feel this way has not allowed that sense of being pregnant to be gone. So after 2 weeks, I'm feeling better, but it's just been hard. Like, it's an emotional thing. I've never gone through this. I have gone through a blighted ovum before, and that was very difficult, because you get excited thinking that you are pregnant and then you're not. So it's kind of the same situation, but this time it's for someone else, and so I'm still in the same mindset. Like, I still feel pregnant and I'm sad that it's not. And I got the call that for sure my levels are negative, because I did a blood test about a week ago, or this week on Tuesday I did a test and they said they are completely negative. So it's just kind of hard to believe still. You get these calls and they don't feel real, and mainly because I'm going through it, I guess, and like it's my body and it feels weird and it feels different. So because I don't feel any different, it's hard to believe such news. But yeah, I mean, it's hard because, I just really was hoping for a better outcome, and that didn't happen. So anyways, I wanted to update you guys. We'll see what comes about on this vlog. It's definitely a lifestyle vlog, so you'll hear a lot of my own personal opinions on topics, and maybe I will be talking about how I, got to this point of deciding that I wanted to do a surrogacy, and yeah, so thanks for riding along, and we'll see you later. Bye.